If you've driven between Puyallup and Fife recently and seen all this construction going on, you've probably wondered what is actually happening here and why is it taking 20 years? Today we're breaking down one of the biggest construction projects for infrastructure in Washington State, where exactly your tax dollars are going on this, and discuss how it could potentially impact how you commute in Pierce County forever. But here's what might surprise you the most. By the end of this video, you'll find out why big projects like this aren't just about the freeways themselves or infrastructure. It's really about how communities develop, where people choose to live, and why it might matter a lot more than you realize. My first career was actually in commercial construction, which is why I tend to pay attention to a lot of these projects. Prior to transitioning to a career in real estate about 13 years ago, I did commercial construction as a union carpenter for a little over a decade, and much of what I did was building these types of large projects, roads, bridges, these large infrastructure projects that tend to have a large impact on what's happening in the community. This isn't just another large road project. This is the extension of 167 from Puyallup through Fife over to I-5 and to the Port of Tacoma. Right now, 167 ends right here near downtown Puyallup, significantly short of I-5. And what happens is it forces commuters and freight traffic around and down local roads without being able to make a direct connection. The goal with this large project is to be able to make that direct connection from right here on 167 all the way over to I-5. So why is this taking 20 years? So let's talk about the question everybody seems to have, which is, why has this project taken so long to start, let alone finish? And honestly, it's a fair question. If you live in Puyallup or Fife or around this general area, chances are at some point you've driven through here and thought, what is going on? Like, what's the long-term plan with this? And probably the best example of that was the old Puyallup Bridge that had sat here for almost 10 years. The state even offered up to $1 million to anybody who was willing to dismantle it, follow the regulations, and get rid of the bridge. So yes, it's understandable why people like you or I would look at this area and think, what's happening with our tax dollars here? But let me tell you what's happening behind the scenes. From around 2010 to 2020, it really moved into the permitting and funding and land acquisitions. And from 2020 until today is really when this project has become visible. It's the moving of dirt. It's seeing all the contractors and the trucks actually show up. It's seeing these huge mounds start to build up and to see the vision of what it's going to look like when it's all done. A lot of Washington State residents have reasonable concerns with how state infrastructure dollars like this are spent, and honestly, it's totally reasonable. Most of these projects do take considerably longer and cost a lot more money than originally anticipated or is seemingly reasonable. At the same time, projects of this scale require a massive amount of coordination between utilities to railroad to permitting to engineering to bridge construction and contractors before people like you or I ever see a freeway. Whether you're currently living in Pierce County, commuting on these roads every day, running a business in this area, or just thinking about moving to the Pierce County area, this infrastructure update has the potential to make a huge difference. This isn't just about today's traffic. This is really about building a transportation system that can sustain Pierce County for the next several decades. This will go beyond just roads for driving into extensions for walking and biking trails that connect this whole area to the larger community. So while most people think of this as just another highway project, this one's really much bigger than that. It's about improving the way people get to work, improving the efficiency from one of the busiest ports in the West Coast, and preparing for a bigger future for Pierce County. As this corridor comes together, it'll connect new walking and biking trails that ultimately connects more communities, parks, businesses, and recreation areas. It's about more than just building another road, it's about building a better connected Pierce County. Projects like this will always generate strong opinions. Some people think this should have been done decades ago. Some people are just excited to see it finally getting done. And yet others think we shouldn't be prioritizing these types of projects at all. But no matter where you stand, one thing is clear, this project will have a lasting impact on how people move throughout Pierce County. So what do you think? Has this one taken way too long, or will it be worth it when it's done? Let us know in the comments, and hey, if you love learning more about the communities, connections, and neighborhoods that make Western Washington unique, or if you're considering a move to the Pierce County area, subscribe because we have a lot more content coming.